Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a massive four-way Jumpstarter shootout brought to you by Vision Quest. Up first, the Viking Compact Power Pack. Punching out of the Harbor Freight stable, it is a mid-priced, mid-powered Jumpstarter that works hard for the money. Like Sammy, it's red, fired up, and ready to rock. The Halo hails from the internet and lives permanently in our drummer's Triumph. Its secret weapon is a built-in AC inverter. Now that's thinking inside the box. This one's no angel. From the good folks at Costco is the Type S, a light heavyweight that really shook up the field with its stamina. It comes with the unbeatable Costco warranty, and you can still probably afford a hot dog with all the money you'll save. The Beat It is a top-rated beast of a box that came out swinging, but it might have an Achilles heel. This proves that in a David and Goliath matchup, brawn might not be enough to get you on the road again. Okay, this is the Halo Bolt. This is where you insert the 12-volt battery jumper cables. This is your switch to turn on the jumper cables. This is one of your USB ports. This is the switch that turns on the USB port. And then this is the other USB. This is your input cable for charging. And your indicator lights. Let's see if we can turn this on here. There it is. To me, what really makes the Bolt interesting is the fact that it has this AC outlet. And this is actually 115 volts. I was able to run my desk lamp for 8 hours off this and still had 1 bar left. So for an emergency power source, it's pretty cool. And this is the button that allows you to turn on the AC adapter. It even has a flashlight. The Viking has a master button here. You push this for 4 seconds and it will turn on. And then you have a flashlight. And also this is your button for the jump starter. So if I push the button for 4 seconds, the light should turn on. Now, if I hit this again, the flashlight comes on. I'll show you what that looks like. This is where you plug in the jump cables. This is 12 volt 6 amp output. This is the 5 volt 2 amp USB. And this is where you charge it with a 12 volt to 15 amp volt input. One thing really nice about this is this 12 volt 6 amp output, because this can drive a tire inflator, a little tire pump, or anything else you have. I actually powered a 9-inch monitor for 3.5 hours with this. The Beat It, this is the 12 volt output that you plug your jumper cables into right here. And then it has a couple of USBs. These are 5 volts, all sorts of different things. 12 volts, up to 12 volts. And then, of course, your light. On this side, it has an actual USB-C input-output situation. Works pretty cool. And for charging, that type of thing. And then you have a DC 12 volt, actually at 10 amps. So it puts out a ton. I drove a 9-inch small HD monitor for 5 hours with this particular jumper box. This is your on-off button. Does all the functions you need. And then it actually comes with a compass, which is kind of cool. Let's turn that on, see if we can get the flashlight to work. And here's the best part to me. Look at this. It actually says 100%. So it tells you what you're doing, and that's really nice. So turn it again, see if we can get the flashlight to work. thought for testing the battery. See how many volts this thing has. This thing has been sitting for a couple of weeks now. Alright, let's do it from this. So, action. .88 volts. 5.88 volts is all we had. Okay, let's see if she'll start it. I gotta wait to turn over. Okay, sports fans, she's dead. There's nowhere this car is going anywhere right now. So, let us connect. This is the beat it. This is the beat it. And it shows 100% right now. 100% on the thing. So, let's try this. Okay, the question I have right now is this thing putting out any volts until I hit the switch? I don't know. Let's find out. So, black to black, red to red. Oh yeah, that's putting out 15 volts right now. So, even without doing anything, it's hot. Be careful. So it says you do the red one first. It's the red one. And the black one. Okay. Now the question is, I can hear this thing clicking and popping in here. I don't know what that means. But right now, it's at 16 volts. So let's try to start it up. Okay. That didn't do anything. So that tells me she's really dead. Now, I don't know how long you're supposed to leave it like this to shoot juice into this thing. That I don't know. That'll be something I have to figure out on another one. So if I just check the battery terminals, they're still at 602. Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's disconnect this thing. I'm supposed to do that after 30 seconds. I'm getting a little beat now. This doesn't like something here. So let's take that off. Let's take them both off. Okay. The battery at this point, after one try, is 6.03. I'm going to try this again. Try hitting the button this time. Okay, it says 100%. As you can see, that actually started. It knocked everything off of here, but it actually did start. Pulled it down to 95%, it says. I need to disconnect this within 30 seconds. Doing that, it did start it. Now the voltage is showing still at 6.28, so this would be still valid for our test. So even though it started up, it didn't put any juice back into the system. The car was only running because of the alternator. So this is still good. But I'm wondering if it would even think about starting from if there was no battery. I don't think so. Next up to the test bench is the Viking. This is made by Harbor Freight, or that's where you buy it, I should say. Now again, I'm curious if this thing is hot now, or if it only gets hot. Nope, it's putting out 13.6 volts right now. And we are up to the top of this thing. It's all fully charged. It has 4 lights going. Okay, so let's pop it on the deal. So just remember, these things are actually hot, even though you haven't hit the button. So just so you know. So, red to red. Supposed to do red first. And I will hit the on button. It gives me all 4 lights. We'll get the jump start mode. And not seeing that light come on. There it is. Okay, so we have the green light for the jump start, and all the other ones are going also. Okay. That didn't work so good. Let's unplug it, start over. Just shut it off. 4 seconds off. Okay. It says you're supposed to disconnect everything and try it again. Okay. Supposed to wait a few seconds. So make sure it didn't just dissipate all its energy back into the battery here. Let's measure the battery. Battery's still showing 6.14 volts. It's not very good. Okay, that should be our 30 seconds. My gut reaction is that this will probably start this time, but I don't think this has near the power of the Beat It. So, hooking up, on switch, all 4 lights are going, jump start switch, it's on. Okay, take 2. Okay, interesting. Well, that's 2 failures for the Viking. Twice it's failed to turn on. Let's disconnect it. So it says you're only supposed to do it 3 times and then shut her down. So we'll do that one more time. I'm checking the battery again between. See if it's still in that 6 volt range. Oh yeah, 6.372707. This is going to be our last try. You're only supposed to try 3 times. Okay, last time. Red light, or red to red, black to black. 4 lights. Still, I'm still at 100% here. Still at 100% on the lights. As you can see, 100%. And getting the jump start. Okay, now I don't know if this is supposed to wait just a second and it'll put more juice into it or not. I really don't know. It says 13 volts at the battery clamps, but I don't know how long you can do that and have it put juice into it. I don't know. Okay, well that was 3 times and it failed all 3 times. Turning it off. Okay. Well, that wasn't very good. It failed all 3 times. Okay, cables there. Cables are really short on this. Really short cables. Okay, that is hooked up just for fun. Let's see if it's doing anything now. No, it doesn't do anything to you. Looks like until you pop the button on. Okay, so let's turn on the button. Okay, that's the button on. See what it's showing now. Okay, that's putting out 12.32 volts. And let's try to start it. As you can see, that actually worked. Doesn't like something I'm doing. It's probably telling me to disconnect. Okay, cables are off. But that actually worked. Hard to believe. Okay. Still says we have 4. So who knows how many of these it would actually charge. You know, if you're like me, you want to know if it'll do it again, right? Okay. I don't think this is putting any kind of a residual charge into the battery. Let's find that out, shall we? So you got that and that. Now we're still at 625. So just starting with that little bit really throws nothing into the battery. So the only reason it runs after that is because it's on the alternator. So let's hook it up one more time. Again, really short cables on these things. And it says I'm turned on. I'm going to do it again just to make sure. There we go. Okay, let's unplug it. Doesn't seem too warm. Yeah, I feel a little heat out of this, but not bad. Well, that was the Type S they sell at Costco. You saw what it did. Started the car when the Harbor Freight one wouldn't even touch it. So, I don't know. It's a pretty good little device. I'm trying to give this 10-15 minutes between each test just to let everything slow back down to where it should be. So, or if there is any surface charge, it dissipates. So there is the red and the black, and we're at 6.01 volts again. So it's dropping right back down. It isn't holding any kind of a charge. Now let's see, like we've done with the others, if even though it isn't turned on, it's actually putting out voltage at this point. Let's see, red to red. And black to black. No, this is not doing anything until you hit the bolt, or until you hit the button, apparently. So that's actually kind of nice. Kind of a little safety feature. So, here we go. Plugging in red to positive. Connectors, frankly, these things are really short and feel really cheap. But that's just the way it is. So, I'm sure we can get it on there. There we go. See how short that is? I had to pull everything a totally different way to do it. Okay, so let's hit the on button here for the jump start. And it says it's going. So, let's see what she's doing for voltage here. 12.26, 12.26. Well, there you go. The halo bolt started right up. Let me turn it off, disconnect it, do all the things you're supposed to do, I guess. So it might have already shut itself off. But let's take it off here before we do our next test. Do it one more time, see if it'll start it again, or if it's just a lucky fluke. Okay, since the basis of science is repeatable results, at least if I remember anything from high school, which I don't, I'm going to try this again. It says it's only got 5.98 volts. Feels like it's almost going down all the time. So we're going to try it one more time with the halo. It did start it last time, so see if lightning strikes twice. Literally! Okay. There that is. Let's hit the old start button. Okay, it's flashing. Here we go. Okay, well, as you could hear, that one didn't work. So you're supposed to disconnect it every time. My gut feeling on the Halo is it's a cool unit. It just doesn't have a lot of juice. Put on the jumpers. Boy, they really do feel cheap, though. These are probably the cheapest feeling of all of them. You need to do something about that, because they're just going to snap. You can tell as soon as it gets cold or something, they're just going to break right off there. Okay. Well, that's not boding very well. Let's see what voltage this thing's still putting out. Okay, it's putting out 11.90 volts. So it just doesn't seem to have much reserves.